afternoon, everyone. Today, the topic of our presentation is Git and GitHub. So, as we know, these are the two most important tools nowadays used by almost all the developers. My name is Hussain and
my name is Samir.
So, we are going to present our presentation on this topic. So, let's explore. So, what is Git? So, Git is a distributed version control system. So, basically, it is a tool which helps multiple developers to work on a single project, and it also helps us there are multiple people, so they can work on a single project and also they can work on it offline. Like there is a single project on a repository, but everyone, all the collaborators can create its local copy on their individual host computers, and they can work on it offline, and then after that they can push the changes to the global repository, so it will reflect the changes in the online version. So these are the features of Git. It allows multiple people to work on a single project. It helps the team to cope up with the confusion, and it provides each developer a local copy of the entire development history. And one more important feature of Git is that it also gives snapshot of changes, like whatever changes we have done or whatever changes the other collaborators have done in the past few history, we can also view them. And if we want to undo the changes whatever we have done, or we are on a stage where we don't want the particular change to be done, so we can also undo, or we can go to the previous version of our code. So these are some frequently used terms. Repository. Repository is the folder which we create for our project, for our common projects. Commit, it is a snapshot of changes, whatever the present changes we have done in the code. Staging area, it is the place where we initially do changes and then we push them, so it goes to the online repository. Branch, it is parallel line of development. Branching is also an important feature of GitHub. It means like when there are multiple users working on a single project, but they are working on different features of a project. So that is branching, when people work on multiple different segments or different modules of a project. Merge means we can combine changes from one branch to another. Like I will show the branches. So these are the branches. It's our working directory, and then comes the staging area. First, all our changes are added to the staging area. Then we commit the changes. It goes to our local repository in our local host system where we are offline. And when we are sure of all the changes, when everything is done, then we can upload that local repository changes to our remote repository on GitHub. And git push command is used for that. And similarly, when we use git pull, so the remote repository which is present on our GitHub account will come as an offline repository in our IDs like VS Code or whichever we use. And checkout will finally give our final project, the working project in our code. Clone, we can also create the same clone of a remote repository. Like if we want to see some other person's repository or some other project which are made by some high-end developers, or we want to get inspiration from that, so we can create clone of their project and we can save some changes from that. Pull is downloading the changes from remote repository which any other coder has made somehow, and we want that to be in our local repository. So these are the basic Git commands. These Git commands are basically run in the Git bash which we can install in our PC. So Git basically helps us to communicate with the GitHub. All these commands we can use to create repository, we can initialize a repository, we can push pull the changes using git bash. So these are the screenshots of git bash, how we can use the command in git bash. So git init, it is used to initialize a new repository in the command. Git status, it is used to check the repository status, whether there is something new to commit in the repository or whether there is something new to upload on the repository. Like here it says that nothing to commit, it means there is nothing in the commit section, so there is nothing new to add to the repository. Similarly, there are more commands. Git add file. We can add a file to the staging area. Then after staging area, it will go to the commit section, and ultimately we can upload it to the repository. Git commit -n message. So we can commit changes using a message. If we want a message to be displayed on the commit section, such that any other developer or any other collaborator could see that why such changes has been done. So he can give a message here that such and such changes is done because of this. So it helps us in that. Then git push and pull commands. Push is used to make changes to the remote repository, and pull is used to take all the changes which are done to the repository to our local repository in a host system. Then git merge. So we can merge multiple branches when there multiple users work on different branches. So we can merge them. And git reset. It resets the staging area. So the staging area is again clean, and we can do new changes to the staging areas. Then all previous history will be lost, which was in the staging area. Like here is a screenshot of git commit. So git commit -m v2. So it says that one file changed, so 3 insertion and 1 deletion. So when someone did use the commit command, so it showed that there one segment is deleted and there are 3 new changes which are added and 1 thing is deleted. So he knows that these all changes are done from the commit command. Then git checkout, it reverts the unstaged changes in the working directory and matches the last committed version. Like if the previous version, if you want to go to the previous version which we were on before making changes, so we can use this command git checkout -- 2 times hyphen. Then we can go to the most recent version of the code which we were. So this is like a representation. This is our repository, the virtual repository which we have, and these are 2 people which are working on a local repository. And this, like he started working on local repository here, and then he made some changes, and then he pushed the changes so they were reflected in the master repository, like in the online repository. And there was someone else who was working on the same project, but he made the changes after that, after the previous person. So final changes which were reverted in the project which were the second person. So now I would like to invite Samir to continue GitHub part.
Okay, so let's just move to GitHub now. GitHub is a cloud-based platform that provides hosting for Git repositories and facilitating collaboration and code sharing. So while Git is a tool and GitHub is a platform which helps developers to add their code and change their code accordingly. They can also share their code and share the platform. So these are the major features of GitHub, which include pull requests, which are PRs, a way to propose and collaborate changes in the repository. All the developers can change and propose a way to how the code can be changed, and also edit the code in the repository which is owned by which can be called as a global repository, which can be changed by the local repository. So actions included, also the actions which include code integration and code deployment. So GitHub also helps with the code integration of various developers and various other languages, and also helps in code deployment. Wiki, which is the deployment space for projects. It is also a tool of GitHub. Issues, it also tracks the bugs and tasks and ideas for the project. It also helps in the error detection and any code multiplication. GitHub pages host static websites directly from a repository. So we will see this thing in the live representation. And about the security, GitHub also provides security by giving various features like public and private. The repository can be a private repository where any other user cannot change the code, while it can be a public, which can be only for view, only to public. These are the major functions of GitHub, which include collaboration, marketplace, integration, and education. Collaboration include collaboration with the team, which include pulling and pushing and the fork request. It also assigning and closing issues. While the marketplace, a variety of tools and apps enhance the GitHub workflow, which also include GitHub Copilot, which provides a ready code for the presentation, and this also includes integration and education. GitHub is also used in education, which provides free GitHub platform for students, and also GitHub classroom for managing assignments and collaborations. GitHub helps developers and students. It is a platform to showcase their skills and work and collaborate with other developers. And it also helps during hiring processes. Recruiters often view the GitHub profiles and to test their technical skills. So this is the main home page of the GitHub account, and this includes all the overview, the repository, the projects and the packages, and the star repositories. So, and these are all the contribution in the past years or whenever the account has been created. And to create a new repository, we open a new repository page, and from here we can add repository name, and also shows the owner of it. Where we can also add description, any description about the project or the language which has been used. There has been a feature of public and private. The public repositories are available to everyone for viewing, and private are only and they can also be edited, while private are not available for viewing. They can only be deployed. We can add a readme file as well, which also includes a markdown language, and we can add a long description about the project. So here we can add a new repository. We can also import a repository, and these are all the features. So this is the main. This is where the local repository and the global repository occurs. So here we can add a project and link the global repository with the local repository with the global repository. And here, using the git command, remote add origin, and adding the GitHub profile, we can add the local repository to the global repository. And here, now when we refresh the page, the repository has been created. So in conclusion, both Git and GitHub are indispensable tools for modern technology, and it can be said that Git is a version control that lets you manage and keep track of source code. Thank you for your attention, and thank you.
Stop. Recording stop.
Recording stop.